Where's Albrecht?
Oh. Just logged in.
Whoa! Timing.
Nice. Heyo.
Not here. Well, there's only one place that Albrecht could be.
Where'd you go?
To our place. I'm gonna go bug Albrecht in Albrecht's room.
Hmm.
Okay, Albrecht is not here. If I go to specified private chambers, Albrecht's in Yulmore.
And you're more.
From Upland to
Right, so should we-
Center, bring, bang, boom. Also, I just
So
realized
should we head?
that my audio here is probably a little loud. Okay. I'm gonna try and ambush Albrecht. Or Albrecht can ambush me.
Oh, I should probably. When did I get this cane? Oh,
Invite to party. Jerk on to Albrecht. So I can change over to Reaper. I also have the bouquet. Join us in Yulmore, Ura.
all right. Let me just get rid of some items. My inventory's starting to get full again.
There we go.
It still feels weird that going to another world is cheaper than going to Doma.
Yeah, I mean... There we go.
Run away!
Perfect. Wait. Yeah, that's what I want. Show PCs only. I think we've achieved our successful image. Haha. Give me one moment, because I just realized I've had my FF14 chat visible this entire time, which I'm not supposed to.
Nah.
I'm gonna bring the screenshot we just made. And I'm gonna make it the one here. Chat sensor. Change to this newly made image. I hit cancel instead of browse. Instead of okay. Like a fool. Okay. There we go. That's how it should be. Albrecht! So long, not seen. Knowing that you're here and you can't hear and you're not saying anything because you're sick just makes this so great. It's like shadowy Tonbury Albrecht. Well then. I suppose there's nothing to do but to continue implementing communism here in Yulmore. Ah, no, Albrecht has an idea. Go forth, lead the way! We have our tank back, it's great. Our confused tank. Do we not get taken with people anymore?
Huh? Oh. Kalusha.
We. So, previously, for those who were not here, you can find the VOD on YouTube. But all you need to know is we are helping these lovely people build communism. To the Chai, I still love you. I still need to sue Square Enix for putting my likeness in the game without permission. Moving forward. No need to fret, Gobo. I've never felt better. Yeah, not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I'll go spread word among the citizens, free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishir, was it? Go inform the residents of the Gate Town and derelicts. Of course I will. Well, good lad. I'll let the guards know not to bar the way to Valthru's chambers. It goes without saying, I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming they're available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? Dorm into the Crown Lift will show you up. We get to finish last week's plotline.
And then are we going back to Eden, or?
No, we're because Albrecht isn't caught up. We're doing MSQ this week, and then Albrecht has several more weeks of being busy IRL.
Okay.
So we'll do MSQ this week, and then we'll go back to Eden next week. You know what I... Oh, wait! Nope, I'm not... This isn't Gunbreaker! Haha, I have my dash! I don't have to target my dash! I love it. Reaper, I missed you.
How is Gunbreaker so far?
It's pretty fun. It's tanking. But like unlike the other tanks, I have a bunch of DPS buttons that are interesting. It's not just hit the one button every now and then, because I get my raid window, and if I do my raid window right, I can do a gun combo, an OGCD, a gunshot, get the next gunshot, fire off, a dot, and then the raid window goes away. And that gives me the happy. Oh, yes. Upstairs. Out of the way, Chadlin. It's only the rich people so far. Where are the poor people? Everyone can attend, but the speech and event is in the middle of the working day, so really only wealthy people can attend. I know this.
Go on, dear.
Ah, dang, chronic anxiety, just like me for real.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthree's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning.
Standing next to the bun stripper, of course.
An election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vorthree. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthree must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
Yay! Gilmore! People are not excited about the idea of having to do work. Took them a moment. It took them a moment to go, I guess someone has to do shit, and it will be us. Because there's no one else. Yay! Yulmore! I don't have to do anything. Goodbye. I did my part.
We can help out.
No! We killed them. And then we did this thing. There's no more need for murder in Yulmore, right, Alphino? No more need for murder in Yulmore. It was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. It is but a matter of finding strength to the next step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we've chosen. We must not forget that it's individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it in my power, I'd carve out a tribute to your heroism in the very stone on which the city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you've officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We'll retain our current residence, and I'll govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. I'm begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Yes, of course, Hathenbet. Aye, that's me, a lecture speech. There's folk outside the walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you have a plan to change that and help set things in motion, then we have much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it on myself. Thank you again for your help. I hope to see you again ere long. Yeah, that's about how this shit goes. I've been streaming around noon lately because I have to do meetings and shit in the evening. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I'd resolved to remain here till such a time as Yulmore's future was secured, It's clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. And if we stay any longer, we're going to have to start counting foodstuffs. I have every confidence they'll find their way, and I believe it's time we went on ours, before they start having us do menial labor.
Again.
Again. Hey, Kaishir. Hi, Halabali. Hi, totally normal melon. Hey, Kaishir, we're gonna jet. Hey, Kaden. So Alphino's leaving too? Seems everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent my life dreaming about living here with friends in paradise. The paradise is gone, but something better's taken its place. And I reckon I want to be part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one you clung to before, and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? Got a few ideas, and we can do that a bit. It's a matter of taking the first step. Yay! Enjoy your new life as a public functionary, Kaishir. Alphino. Oh, truly, to see Kaishir thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. But however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of the efforts here, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Becklook's studies have borne fruit in our absence. Yay! Back to Dog Boy.
Alright.
We're gonna see if it works. Apparently it does. I was trying to give everyone a free teleport and you're like, no, goodbye.
What did you do exactly?
I teleported. Which would then give everyone the ability to hit yes and follow. Because Caden's here, I need to do a quick tribute. Catboy Booty.
Oh
I'm
dear.
being mean, I'm sorry. Ishtola. In the course of preparing more Arasite, we made a significant discovery. We thought it best to wait for your return before sharing our findings. Ooh. My congratulations. Glad tidings from Yulmore did precede thy coming. We will see that Thancred and Reen hear of these momentous events, that they too might take joy in what thou hast helped bring about. It would seem Alice is yet to return from the inn. I do hope she doesn't overtire herself. It's Alice. She's gonna wreck herself. It's fine. Yes. I take it you're ready to resume our work? Yep. Hey, Grahatia, you need to stop making Albric sick, okay? Whatever you're doing, take care of your boyfriend's health better. Our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you'll see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Auracite? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion about the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Auracite was ill-suited for our purposes. But, Oriange, did you not say that, compared with the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did, and armed as we are with Becklook's invaluable insight, it would indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link betwixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as our sight doth require. Thus, the shedding of these fleshly simulacra, and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us our psyches as well. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the other sight instead, but we would more than likely have to sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we've abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. And we're no closer to a solution than when we first began. It's a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories in the psyche, I couldn't help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Gobo, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? I remember that if you do Crystal Tower Mine, then you actually have to turn around and fight Doga and Une. They don't just, you can't just kill the person before they show up. Yeah.
I got nothing.
I speak of the royal Eye of Allegan Imperial line, gifted to my forebearers through the blood and memories of ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were able to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not with only your worldly memories, but the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we'll follow it wheresoever it leads. While we're thus engaged, I think it best Gobo return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings onto Thancred and Reen, and to insist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we'll not hesitate to summon you. Game is continue doing Eden. And I'm but Albrecht. And give our regards to Tataru, will you? Who's messaging me? Who's messaging me? No, I'm not going to the protest march this afternoon. I can't march. Why is everyone go march with us? Have you not noticed that I walk at a snail's pace? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Especially since I would have had to leave an hour ago in order to get to the train. To get down to the thing. People, I swear. Oh, Alice, what have you got that I need to pick up here? Something I'm not going to worry about. Polycule?
Polycule?
I'm not looking until I get over to the corner. Are they back? No!
So sad.
I wanted to hear more about the boulder triangle. Tataru? Things are going poorly, our friends are going to die. Oh, don't tell me. Kryl will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear this too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean, gods. I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Is it going to be an hour and a half long feature film?
Oh no.
I don't think so.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
Well, we have ways to bring them back, but they would destroy their minds or their souls in the process, and we're kind of grasping at straws to figure out a way to get them back without killing them, basically.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Stidian! You asshole. Sup?
Long time no see.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
I just realized I forgot to take my hat off again.
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself.
The gasp.
There, we found a man whom all assumed dead.
Xenos! Worsty!
Bum, bum,
But his
bow.
soul lives on. And he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvas. Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than
Nope.
he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. Into a rage, and he charged in.
Yeah,
blade
if only we
drawn.
had proper control of the echo.
What's wrong?
You just mentioned it, and then it happened. Hey, Worsty. I want to eat your spleen. I've seen him in action. His body, at least. You'll not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you join me, then by all means. What good it will do. You two best not kill Worsty. I need to kill Worsty. The Black Wolf and Azure de Rune. I suppose this might suffice. This might suffice. Come then. Xenos, Worsty, don't stand in the line AoE. Oh, okay, he used the Super Bolide. It's fine. Ah, the simple pleasures of one's flesh. Truly, there's no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Gobo was barely a match for him. We stay here much longer. Emperor Varus, your radiance, are you alright? We may wear out our welcome. Your radiance, no! Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos! Well, any bright ideas? Just one. Bah!
Oh,
Your radiance! Julia and Anna, no! The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available magic armor. We cannot let them escape. Ah, but they have escaped. They're gone. Unable to commence duty, as somebody is in the party who is not supposed to be. Cutscene again. Skip this cutscene. Skip this cutscene. Okay, one of my abilities. Combo, drive, heal. Okay. Hey, you're the FF7 boss from the beginning. On the mark. Haha, get fucked. Get screwed over, you two. Make ourselves easy marks. We split up. Okay. I'll take the low road, so to speak. Up. Goodbye. You know, I kept saying that I like the idea of playing cutscenes, and I do. But also... Actually, no, I don't think I have any alsos. I like it. This is good. This is much cooler than just watching a cutscene. Ah, it's a thing. Well, Arch Ultima seems not like something that we want to be dealing with one-on-one. You'd bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. Rah. Yeah, this one is just your 1-2-3 combo, but it's all the same button. And you have potions sometimes, and then hit your OGCD off cooldown. Easy peasy. Seems we've been avoided some impromptu field test. Ready all battle data and begin sequence 2. Oh, we also have Horrid Roar, which is an AoE. Stardiver. Okay. Get that in. Oh, this is just a 1-2-3, like so. Signifier Praetorians. Wow, where's that healing potion I had before?
Sorry, we're gonna have to learn mechanics.
I've been doing the mechanics fine, I just... A new sample.
Holy shit, that's awesome!
Yeah, this has been a bit of a nifty thing. Generator output maximum. No.
Uh-oh.
Nidhogg, show your fury! Boom! And we know Astidian ain't shit because Astidian can only do an LB1.
But it was enough to pierce through the defense.
Yeah, but we can do an LB3. Guardians and their machines. Now, where are you, Gaius? With yearning in his voice. Longing for his forbidden Garlean love.
Are you all right?
Peer into my past, did you?
Yeah. You can only do an LB1, neener, neener, neener.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
Oh no.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds. My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray.
Good for us.
Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Yay.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces.
Cryle, girly, you can't do everything.
I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
Oh, come on, Gaius. Please walk in behind. That would be the best.
That he did. But we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riel and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
Oh.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Oh, come on. Tataru. Source wife of mine. Have blackmail.
Thank you for your help then, Esther.
Ooh.
I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
I already have.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Go on. Wah. Must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth. I'm sure Becklet can manage without you. Whoa! This is where, if I hadn't had pressing concerns, last week could have ended. Fortunately, I don't have pressing concerns this week, so we can continue. Ooh, meanwhile, in Garlemald. Taking the Lawless to Garlemald. Traitors, you deny Lord Nerva the throne! Ah!
Who the heck? Who the heck is Nerva?
Onward! Before the day is done, victory shall be ours! Boring. Boring, boring. You think? I find it amusing. Like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. That you. Your soul is. Who are you? Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. Zodiac is the Asian god, right?
Yeah.
Who's this guy trying to get Worsty to fight the Asians? Oh no.
Ah, dang it.
You hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks. They're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They're even lying on free Talos to anyone willing to make the move. Free Talos? We'd best get back packing. City work? That was outside. Board and lodging? It's not a recipe for hope I don't know what is. Goodness gracious, I don't think I've ever had steady work, board, and lodging in my life. I wish I could have steady work, board, and lodging. Hope? Hope. Ardbert. Hi, Ardbert. As long as I live, I would see that Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. Ardbert.
I'm not sure that's our Ardbert.
It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Uh-oh. I know that's not. Oh, I know where we are. I remember that cutscene. We are at the point where where my ex caught me skipping cutscenes. I'm no longer blind. I repeat, I am no longer blind. We have hit the point. I know what's coming. I know what's next.
Dang it, only Coltonet is here. No boulders.
No boulders. Still, Coltonet. Coltonet. Any word about the polycule? Well, with Riel on the field, I was asked to return to make up for his absence. But Hori and the others were unable to accompany me. You know, I kind of think Coltonet is actually part of the polycule. I really do feel like they're, like, a foursome. And Coltonet is, like, the only one who's noticed. And is just so exhausted with everyone else's bullshit. Coltonet's like, I'm sleeping with all of you, and you're all sleeping with each other. Can we just stop being weird? I confess there's not a great deal I can do for myself, but I'm no less determined to do my part. Yay, Isildur. We didn't concern yourself with the affairs here. The situation in the Gimlet Dark is well in hand. Yeah, it is. Tati, wifey. Might I ask a favor of you? I'm not normally one to pry, but Flamen has been oddly distracted since you got back to tell us of your travels. Would you go see if she's alright? Sure. Where is she? Is she in the solar? No. Unokalhai is. Unokalhai. I forgot you existed. A pleasure as always. I forgot you existed. I'm not going to lie.
To be fair, the plot kinda just dropped him.
He just showed up for those side quests and then went to go hang out in the solar forever. Okay. So I guess the solar is just the kid's apartment from now on.
Like, he doesn't even bring up anything new. He's just there.
Just there. He's just there. Well, I mean, we have to give the kid some place to live, I guess. And he gets the big office with no bed and no kitchen and no cabinets and just a desk. I guess he sleeps under the desk.
Maybe all the beds are taken because of our friends being unconscious.
Yeah, he slept there, and now he's just like, could you please fix Alphino? He's taking my bed. Kryl, we have to fix Alphino. He's taking Unulkai's bed.
Who?
Gobo? No one lives in the Solar. We've been concerned for a while, but I think this child is someone you hallucinate. Fix is a bit far? No, we need to make sure that he is fixed, that whatever he gets up to, he does not have any unexpected offspring. We need to make sure that Alphino is fixed. What a pleasant surprise. And then people who aren't subscribed, that was the last thing they heard before the ad break began. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal aether. You mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. No, I accidentally opened LibreOffice. Go away. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, I come bearing urgent news. Oh, Gabo, it's been too long, my friend. Yeah, I forgot what voice I gave you. There's so many characters in this game. I'm not as good at Sahil as Sahil is at voices. God, I need to bully her into playing this game so that she can voice all these characters and come up with, like, horrible, horrible, borderline racist voices. Forgive me, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Alden, offering what counsel I can in hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes, I've heard stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that, you said you have urgent news? Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance is withdrawn, leaving Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. It is there we've welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Who is this? Commander Aldrin has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He's also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it's clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time's of the essence. Well, if you're going to be meeting alone... You'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I'm not as well versed in affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single scion with all this. Of course, though we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two! Bye. Bye, Tataru. Don't sleep with too many Ul'Dan merchants while I'm out. Can it really be called love if it's possessive? If I'm going to be going out there, I need to wear my finest. And I think that means this outfit. Yeah, I think this is my outfit. To the Alamegan quarter. Hurrah! Hurrah! There's an Albrick. There's an Ura.
Now let's hope this doesn't send us into another duty.
There's a slightly delayed. There's a Kryl. How much has changed since the first time we set foot in the city? Now we strive to preserve their freedom rather than reclaim it. We've no time to reminisce. We mustn't keep the commander waiting. Commander Alden awaits in the royal palace, if you would follow me here. Yay. Dancing dinos from Gaiden. And Commander Alden! And Gaius.
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
I got
Not that I
isekai.
understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
Yeah, I've kicked his ass before.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
How glib.
Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
I don't know, I'm very suspicious of fascists.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight. But to me, his description seemed anything but. And upon further investigation, I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh no.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Oh no.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed. Few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
I think that's the next side quest after Eden, is what we're getting learned about.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
See, if I were a professional, I would save this to my hard
I too
drive.
shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
And I would put this clipped section, like, separate, so that we could bring it in as, like, an intro.
Of a new Ultima weapon. Our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first.
But I'm not a professional, so we won't. Waha.
I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
I'm not a professional. That's why if I don't get this job next week, I'll probably end up homeless by May. Hooray! Although the program, when I tried to leave the teaching program, they're like, actually, we can waive the tuition until after this date, and there's potential funding coming to give everyone like $5,000 to live during the summer. So I'm like, well, okay. So I also have to reschedule. So if I don't make this job next week, I have a couple exams to reschedule that I was sick during, and then I guess I would be back on teacher route.
Oh, hey. This might be...
What might be?
Ruby Doomsday.
Yeah, I think
There's a blue
that's...
quest.
I think that's the side quest, yeah. Kyle!
Should we try that?
As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. Albrecht, how do you feel about extreme additional trials? We can afford to ignore the threat of the new Ultima weapon. With each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you can't stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I'll not stop you. Only ask you to confer with me before returning to the first. What do you say, Albrecht? Do we want to shift gears and do weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to continue MSQ?
Alright then.
Oh, there's a chat there. Story it is. Okay. Kryl. Say F you to the Alamegans. They can fight mechs on their own. I think you're ready to return to the first. Let's ask you reprise the others of recent events here in the source, namely Xenos' return and the development of the new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal aether stable. Safe travels. I hope to see you in the other Scions, too, soon. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Back to the Crystarium.
I feel like if they're gonna be all serious at these, the weapons quest line should not be optional. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah. kind of think it would behoove us to start making more of the optional side content not optional. Like, obviously not like Eden and Omega and such. Those shouldn't be optional. They're too hard. But like, all the Alliance raids, I think, except for Nier, should probably be required because they give like lore stuff. I don't know about the Endwalker Alliance raid. And then we should probably have like the freaking the Four Lords and such. Crystal Exarch. I've come to the most opportune time. I've made something of a breakthrough on research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you've been making good use of your time. Yeah. No tidings from the source, you say? I'll summon the others and may be apprised of the situation. Thank you. Wow. It's everyone.
From the source.
Xenos is alive! There's a civil war in Garlemald. Mechas are attacking Lamigo, and you're dying.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address this issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Yay.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
However?
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past.
Becky, babe. Don't go admiring the Allagans too much, okay?
But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
Lena!
I do hope you
No,
haven't come
okay,
to
then.
tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Sure.
But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
She's probably broken-hearted because of you and Albrecht.
Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the XIV's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Yep. Because I think people keep forgetting that I am only good for killing things. Bum 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 bum. Lexi. Possibly my imagination, but Lena's been rather brusque with me of late. You notice she's still upset over that mishap with the salmon fillet, do you? I think she's upset with the incident with the Albrecht fillet, if you catch my meaning. Wonk.
No.
Never have I seen such a repository of knowledge. Stark reminder of what little we know of this world. We should craft a vessel for Bekluk too, so we can shove Bekluk into... show Bekluk the horrors of Allagan consequence. Upon White Aurosite's crystalline foundation, we have built not a prison, but a refuge for the soul. With that Moonbreeder, we're here to see the wonders inspired by her research. To think it was not only Xenos to contend with when we return, but a new Ultima weapon as well. Why must all our enemies insist on returning from their graves? I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it'll be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go speak with Lena? Yeah. Let's go. Have a chat. Wow. Are you still mocking? Are you mocking the woman who's you've defeated in the contest of love, Albrecht? Is that what you're doing? Is he bothering you, ma'am? Do I need to slap my big burly man? Bow. We have little time, so I'll be brief. A sin eater's been sighted in Lakeland. I ask your assistance in slaying it. Sin eater? But I heard some remained. But perhaps you should call the others? These will not be necessary. It's only a single sin eater. A simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency. They gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, no however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Me? Why not Alpha now? You cannot be serious. Come now. What could be more inspiring than fighting along the renowned Warrior of Darkness himself? Huh? I'll do it. Excellent. Let's make our way to Fort Job. A gob of a job at Fort Job. Wow. If you'd wait here a moment, I'll gather the others.
No.
Wow.
Doggo, no.
Though you may not remember, you have met these soldiers once before, only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight by your side. Dude! I was at death's door that day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I would likely step through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my eyes. It's not the way to honor her or my comrades, so I've returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, miss. It only seems like yesterday I watched as you took flight striding Amaro to go up and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Yulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are on our side. We'll do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. Found the lesbian. We seem to be missing one. Apologies, an elderly gentleman asked I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. Name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once in the infirmary. I should deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to her. Don't give up, don't give in. I keep these words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know. So it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. Sure. Your heroism has inspired all our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let's not keep them waiting. Well. Who's clapping? Oh, hey! Like the old days! Let's go! I've missed this. It seems they already killed the Sin Eater. Good job.
Did you slay this Eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself? Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. Never seen anything like it. So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her. The Warrior of Darkness.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
It would be even funnier if I were still lala moding and it's just like, yep, here's the little tiny warrior of darkness. But alright.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
Aura is short too, so it's fine. I like small
heroes. I
heroes.
hoped to fight at your side today, but I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
Woohoo!
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. As for this Warrior of Light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Oh, goodness. I'm not sure that Becklock's willing to marry you, but...
There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Spill the tea, sister. Oh my god, what's going on? All of you, get out of here. We need to speak in private.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
Oh no.
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was.
Thinking I want salmon now.
Indeed, the opposite is true.
Salmon.
It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
Oh?
Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was.
Oh?
He seems a different man. A younger man.
Oh.
I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy.
Oh, I think you should be having this conversation with Albric.
It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there.
Oh.
Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Anchors keep us where we've chosen to be.
Is that so?
You should go have this conversation with Albric.
Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
I was going to make a joke about him getting railed regularly, but then I realized, you know what? I don't actually have any details about Albric and Grahatia's sex life. So, my boy, do you want to share? Do you want to spill some tea? Huh? 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 I can't accept because I have to talk to a leader again. I'll not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I'll see the others back at your posts. It's like, do you want to spill the tea? And teleports away. A lady never kisses and tells, and who on earth said that you were ever a lady? Hmm? 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 Speak! It's such a pity you're sick, because I could just hear your laugh going on. It's great. Oh. Grahatia? So you and Albric spill the tea. He won't tell me, so I need you to. Well, quite frankly, I'm not sure what to make of this. I was hoping I'd speak with you about, but it would be rude of me. Everyone here is so polite. Wah. How am I supposed to write my fanfic without information? I guess I'll just have to make it up myself. What do you think, Alphino? Switches? The others were quite shocked to hear you say that. Now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. Oh goodness, you're not proposing to me, are you? I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I've noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light. As well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as sin-eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I, too, can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his companions. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for our records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question this narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they'd done, I'd find no wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice a man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Vobert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as sin-eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I'd agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained. They were the cause of the Flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains, deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little, and it would not change their lot. Thanks to all you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Edmund Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who knew him only as a villain. I've shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of the sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Yay! Well, what say you, Gobbo? Yeah! Let's say the truth. Woohoo! Party for Ardbert. Then we're all in one mind on the matter. Good. Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Becklook in our means of returning home? The rest will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Exedra. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread more, and more will accompany them. Well, we have to talk to some people of the Crystarium. Yay! If I'm correct, this stream we're going to get 2 really awesome things. But we do have a little bit of more before we get to them. Where?
Do.
Come on, there's got to be people near. Are they upstairs? Dum bum. Ba da da. I want to be able to use my mountain here. Albrecht, where are they? Over there, apparently. Oh. Oh, it's Chesamil. Hey, girl. Hey. What a wonderful surprise. I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. I jest, of course. It's been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and then. Hi! History lesson. The truth of the Warriors of Light. But the Exarch's already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd like to hear it. Spread the word! If you and your you already have the Exarch. Don't take her. She's beautiful. We love you. Right, okay. We have work to do. To spread the word. It's up to you and all of your friends to gather and bear witness to the bare truth at the heart of the world. Nailed it. I have a feeling that the dude up here needs to be talked to. Library friend. Your books are full of lies. Come fix that. Surely it's one book that doesn't cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Come here. Oh, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors. I fear our repository lacks the knowledge they seek. People want to know the truth of the flood of the Warriors of Light. I've searched high and low, but every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they weren't judged so harshly, but I can find no proof, and I dare call myself librarian. Your books are full of lies! You address the people and tell them the truth? How wonderful! You've regaled me with the tale before, but I should love to hear it again, and I will not come alone. Good. Goodbye. Mwah. Get out of here. I don't want to run anymore. Where's the next one? In the crystalline mine, probably. Katniss! Catless! Girl. Gather one, gather all. I was reading over a letter I received from Grenault not long ago. It says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and she inspired him to reach new artistic heights. I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter's more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. Yeah. Gather one, gather all. I'm sorry, you mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, sure, whatever's left unsaid, all ears. Gather one, gather all. Gather one, gather all. Wah. Where the heck is the freaking Aetheryte? If I had eyes, I'd be dangerous. Thank you, Albric. Glenn, get all the drunks together. Huh? It's what I owe your pleasure. Whatever it is, be brief. When the night returned, visitors began flocking. I'm too busy by half. I don't mind it though, seeing the stairs full of life. One can almost forget the flood ever happened. Yeah, well, we gotta talk about that. Get everyone into the plaza. Are you suggesting there's more to learn than what the Exarch said? Yeah. Well, you never steered us wrong. I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Yeah, woohoo! Show up. Listen to everybody. Talk about stuff and things. Bragi, my boy. Come to browse wares in the market? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need. Whatever that may be, and Yomor's new leadership trade's never been more prosperous. Word is that the fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over. Did he really? No wonder business is booming. I imagine it won't be long before all Novrad reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. What's on your mind? Gather, everyone. Stuff. See, the Exarch did mention they had something to do with your return in the night from Novrad. Right, consider my interest piqued. Woohoo! Everyone should be here shortly. I see someone's watching a cutscene, which means that someone's ahead of us. Off I know. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Yay, people!
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who to speak these truths?
I have to do public speaking.
No. Elsa, no, you're the one with the diplomacy skill.
Hey. Blah 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 blah. Ardbert and co. Pretty awesome. Heroes of old. They did cool things and helped people. And the flood. They like listen. They saved so many lives. They were so cool. The flood was totes an accident. You understand? Totes an accident. And then they sacrificed their lives to like stop it and slow it down. They worked with Minfilia. Like they weren't jerks at all. And you got to be like cool with them. Like yeah, they worked with Minfilia. And then Ardbert like fused his soul with mine so that we could be strong enough to hold all the light and fuse it up to fight against the forces of darkness that were trying to consume the universe.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
Yeah.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
Yeah.
They cured stoned dwarves, and they beat up an evil sorcerer who was turning people to monsters.
And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us.
What did the...
Cursed their names.
I know. I know them after.
What did the Black Mage and the Ranger do?
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Ranger killed some monsters, and the Black Mage had a best friend stuck in the void. Best friend is out of the void now. Best friend is living, like, in Mordsook.
Gyat's still around. What's that her name? Got
Ardbert!
That's impossible. Did he fuse with us?
Impossible.
I want to go give him a hug. I'm not imagining him. I'm not imagining him.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay. Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
Let me go give him a hug.
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert. One of those you know as a warrior of light.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when she must return to her home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it.
I have like red flags being set off.
I like this. This is good. Good guy.
The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed.
But he should have been
It is you.
Well, I wouldn't say
must rise.
gone, but didn't he like fuse?
Who must become the new warriors of light.
Yeah, no, this is suspicious as fuck, but I like his words.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
Yeah, everyone can be a warrior of light in their heart. Love one another and fight to save each other.
I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Yay. Good word.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired under the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Wanda.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
Nope.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
No. His soul fused with mine when we were fighting against Emmett. I am Ardbert, so it can't be him.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Could he be a primal?
To my eyes, your ether
Silly as that
as
sounds.
the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not.
Hey, besties. What wears the corpses of people gone before and cannot easily be killed?
Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
But like, that should have been long gone.
That he is an Ascian.
Yep.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Yeah.
Verily. for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Habrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Because I did cutscene skipping, I legitimately thought that Thancred and La Habrea, that Thancred, like, was a traitor who went to La Habrea's side until this moment of the game, my first playthrough. And my ex was just like, why are you so mad at Thancred?
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Oh no.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people.
We don't want that.
And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
Confront him.
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
I still think I should go give him a hug. I have the rights to give him a hug, and then I can go, what the hell are you planning? Bum, 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 bum. If I'm remembering how this goes, though, I'm not going to lie, my hope this stream is that we kill him. Exarch. You did well to dispel the falsehoods surrounding Warriors of Light and their actions prior to the Flood. So I must say the reappearance of Ardbert, or rather, one who appropriated his identity, was a rather curious development. He's an imposter, there's no doubt, but the masses he will appear as a hero returned from the grave. After the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore, the people prayed fervently to the gods to deliver them from their plight. Prayed that those fallen heroes be born again for their sacrifices. What bitter irony. I, for one, would like to know why Ardbert urged the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. Ere we take action, we must needs ascertain his intent. Let us pray that Master Offino returneth soon with the most essential knowledge. For now, I think it best to apprise Thancred and Reen of our efforts. When we do confront Ardbert, we shall no doubt have need of their strength. Agreed. I think it's prudent we take all measures to prepare for what's to come. Becklook and I will continue our research into how we might improve the spirit vessel, that it might one day carry you home. 13 quests, 2 dungeons? Oh no, that's a bit far. Then I think it time we return to the Great World. Until now, everything we've learned of the Ascians has been handed to us at their leisure. But that was one of Emmett Selk's unique failings. I have no reason to think Elidibus will be as forthcoming. Fortunately, I received word from Fano that heretofore unexplored chambers have been discovered deep within the Katana Revel. Almut believes the relics within tell of a great calamity that befell an ancient civilization. That of the Ascians, perhaps. They may lead us to the truths we seek. Would you care for company?
Well, let me know how that works out. I gotta get back to Eden if we're gonna need Thancred and Rin.
I wouldn't dream of going without you. When you're ready, make for Fano. Aimet and her sisters will be expecting us. Then let us be about our tasks. Pray give my regards to the V's. We get to go visit the V's. We get to go visit the V's.
Dang it, you still call me out for playing coy.
I should have been coy. I should have been coy, then Ishtola could have yelled at me.
Well, she didn't yell, she just... but her wit was still sharp.
Alabali, you have the right idea. Alas, I have work to do. Wah. I can't lounge around on the grass with the lovely bun girls.
Bruh.
Wait it! Hey. I'm back. Did you miss me? Hi. You look as if you haven't seen us in an age. Is the passage of time really all that different for you, Drawn? Aww. Pat back. Cassidy, look at Weemit. Look at the bun girl. Look at her. And there's Simon. She's a little bit less wah. The Eliza Franca! It feels as if an age has passed since you last graced us with your presence. And then the boss of the three. I love that they're all looking at me and they have to look down. Almut, who has secrets that we have to learn about. Welcome, Eliza Franca. We've accomplished much since last you came. With the Light Warden dead and the minions dispersed, we've at last reclaimed our hunting grounds near Raktika Falls. It was there that we discovered more ruins. Although we ran afoul of no traps while exploring its halls, we determined the innermost chambers were warded by magic. We were all in agreement. Before any investigation could proceed, you should be summoned. We're grateful you did. From what you've told me, I strongly suspect the wisdom my comrades and I seek can be found within. This wisdom could prove invaluable, for we may soon face a foe whose greatest asset is our ignorance. I see. And it's good you've come, for Ronka was once home to the greatest of weapons, knowledge and understanding. It is our duty to ensure you and yours do not want for either. That said, we must proceed with caution. To have reached the inner chambers unmolested suggests a more formidable deterrent yet lies within. Oh, come now. Surely all the threats sleeping within the ruins pale in comparison to those we've faced thus far. This is not a game, sister. You should not be so eager to run headlong into danger. Oh, and who was it who was pining for the return of our allies, that we might venture into the ruins, clutching her staff at night, wishing it were... You promised not to tell. I suggest we be going. Oh, get back here. Seemit needs an Ura body pillow. Remind me exactly how old are you and your sisters? On second thought, it's perhaps better I did not know. Pray forgive me their overzealous nature. None save we three have been privileged to escort you and yours to the ruins and bear witness to its secrets. Their hearts now burn with a curiosity not easily satiated. Please, you needn't apologize. As a seeker of knowledge myself, I understand full well their enthusiasm. And if not your sedulous efforts to protect the ruins, we would not be afforded this opportunity. Speaking of which, I believe I've kept you away from the ruins long enough. Come, let us make for the Katana Revel. I have a feeling I need to dissolve the party.
Yep.
Everyone leaving the party makes me think so. It's okay. I can fly my fire horse alone. Through such good music.
Aww.
I feel oddly ill-equipped to venture inside, but with Ura here, I'm sure things will work out. Ready when you are. Okay, I'm it. I guess there's some solo murder to do. It's most strange for these halls to be left unguarded. Have care when breaking the seal on the chamber door. Danger surely awaits us on the other side. Cutscenes and everything. Wow. What is this?
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species.
Maybe it's
This is
just
no
me, but it
common
kind of
beast.
reminds me of the Ultima weapons.
Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed.
That's why she's my favorite sister.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
The sealed door lies ahead.
We've got a healer and several DPS. Range DPS, range physical, range magical, melee, healer.
As you see, one statue.
Okay then.
I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism.
Probably the lifelike Ultima weapon thing.
Oh.
Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone.
This is weird.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
What? But I only... What is happening?
Oh, not again.
Oh no! Oh no! It lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Okay. Deft paw.
Aww.
Oh, dang it.
My DPSs. And my healer.
Okay. Deft paw. What do I buy? Though sought apart, experiment as a whole do our efforts decry. Scry?
You still... Oh. Shit, I should have been asked. I should have brought Astro. Then I could handle these cards.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
You trespass mortal upon sacred ground, in retribution for souls have I found. If to heroes proved learned and wise, a comrade soul shall be their prize. Alright. If you would set theirs free, answer me these riddles 3. Okay. Deft of paw with kin do I vie, though sought apart betterment of the whole do our efforts descry. What am I?
Is it?
Coral, I think. Because you got paw. 'Twas the Oppo, keen and shrewd its spirit exalts. Ingenuity, a virtue by which Ronkins did prosperity pursue. For this mistake, a single talisman I shall take. No! No! All of it! No! No! With fearsome fang I travel with pack. Together we find harmony, and thus for peace our land. Pack travelers, that's the wolf.
Pack travelers with fangs.
Deed to spirit of the wolf, the doctrines praised. Should know peace and harmony to the end of their days. Riddles there to be discerned. Simmet has been released.
Yay!
Yeah. On my belly do I crawl. My strength does properly reign within our hall. What am I? Snack. Willamette, though. Willamette. Indeed, dread serpent turned protector. The ridder's answer did you discern, and thus to you a soul returns. No, I need my Willamette. Can I give you Willamette for Willamette?
Wait,
Desire you that
wait, that's
which I
3
yet
riddles,
claim?
but he had 4 cards!
Then we shall play another game. Test of mind and memory. Choose wisely, and you may yet go free. Including Willamette? Twixt the talismans hide friend and foe. Choose your companions well, or sorrow no. Choose carefully.
Oh.
Willamette!
Wait. There's no way to tell which one is which.
Is there a meaning to their arrangement? There's Willamette. 1, 2, 3.
Perhaps this one.
No. Okay, that's Willamette. Okay.
But wait.
That's Ishtola. That's Monster.
Oh, okay then.
That's Monster. That's Ishtola. It's a memory game. Willamette. Willamette. I've saved her. Ishtola. Yay! Our comrades are assembled together at last. Yet all remains one trial you must pass. If you would glean the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I must first take a measure of your worth. One worthy of she whose Ronkins extolled must be good of body as well as soul. Okay. No, I am... Stop! Stop, save me! Okay, I am... I only have 13 seconds left on my edge! You robbed me of my edge! You robbed me of my edge. This cannot be forgiven. Rah! Show all that you are. Okay. The trial is complete. The way is open, and thus I concede defeat. Oh, Matt, you're alive. I was terrified for a moment. Not wholly unexpected, but an exhausting ordeal nonetheless. Yay. Victory. I had a moment when Olmec disappeared. I'm like, oh no. And then I remembered this game doesn't have stakes. Since they killed Horshaphant, they haven't been willing to make anything permanent.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
Wait a minute. Yes.
Let's get going, I guess.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber.
Huh.
Which hero is this?
A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tuna?
The Archmage Tuna?
A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I for one always believed.
I wonder.
Huh. That kind of sounds like an echo.
By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
Echo! It's the Echo!
Naught less than the echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe...
The final days.
Oh no.
Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the XIV's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided... It would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence.
I am no such scholar.
Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request.
Remember us.
Remember we once lived.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the Tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently.
Emmett Selk's great hope is impossible.
We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tiuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Wow. By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about? That is well. In time, the knowledge you gleaned will lead to understanding and arm you for what's to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebearers, of histories learned, not lived. The legend of Tiuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries. Yet as it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. And with each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone. And though it will too change in time, I swear to you, we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you'll forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought, so long as we're here, there are none among the V who will not know of all that you have done for no friends. We're not deserving of such reverence. We're grateful all the same. You could be certain that we will have our own tales to tell the great guardians of Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. I like that you were standing right in front of where she went to look when she started saying that, Ura.
That was Y'shtola.
Ah, she was looking at Y'shtola. Well.
No, like Y'shtola was the one speaking.
Well. I was too busy looking at Simit, looking at you, and my brain went Yuri mode. Speaking of Yuri, hey Y'shtola. Alright, we've learned naught of the Asians. The insight we gained to the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there's a small matter I would attend to in the Slitherbow. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. After we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. Oh, that's right. Ishtal is straight. Damn it! When will it be my turn? When will I have my Yuri?
She is into big burly ferrymen.
We were warned. I was warned. In my early thaumaturge training, I was warned, and I didn't listen. It's all your fault, Albric. Making it so that I started trusting big burly men. Gobo, it's good to see you.
Ow! Shut me!
We've come to the opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I'll ready a place for you. I'm sorry, we haven't had the... Please, I insist. It will only take a minute.
Fucking shoved me.
My apologies. It seems our return will be delayed. Perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it's rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbow from top to bottom. Would you be so kind as to go fetch a broom from Asger? We might finish before Runar is done cooking. And why can't your big burly man do the cleaning? Why do I have to?
Because he's making dinner.
A broom for Master Matoya? Can't imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. Thanks, I think it's for me. I think she's gonna magic the shit away and make me do the work. Wah. But I'm not helping with any other chores involving Runar, you understand? Oh, but I've seen your Pixiv history. Take your broom and shove it. Well worn. Good. This would prove difficult otherwise. I might say I did rather well for not having a broom thus far. So what are we doing? Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it's time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. You don't honestly think I do it the old-fashioned way? That broom's more than capable of sweeping by itself, or it will be. Time to rise, to swish and sweep, a tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound, until no dust is to be found.
I could tell they changed the model because the broom became shorter.
In this one particular respect, I have no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In the future, I may need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I'll dearly miss this place, these people. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, the stew is ready. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything's fine, I assure you. It's been a long day is all. I see. Stola, thank goodness you're still here. Alice! Alphino, I thought you were following Ardbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every ilm of Novrant in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. It seems news of your address at the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task the more simple. Remains to be seen what end he encourages people to become Warriors of Light themselves. But there's no denying his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed this is just another Asian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time's any different, especially when that's a fallen Warrior of Light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is, in all likelihood, Slitherbow. Alice, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Halric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment's going well, but progress is slow and exhausting for all of us. The best thing I can do now is let them rest. So, I believe we're about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting other towns and villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Reen are returned from the Empty and have taken up the search. Reen believeth one may lurk beneath the boughs of woven oaks. And that's where we shall start our search. Sin Eater, let's go. Master Matoya. A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. Wom. Well, it seems we are too late. Reen, how are things going with your girlfriend? I know that we left you off being attacked by swarms of creatures from the sky. We'll fix that next week, okay? I can sense no other Sin Eaters in the area.
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Eater friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the...
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Aren't you supposed to be dealing with the Empty? Why haven't you finished the Eden side quests yet?
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
The funny thing is, I intend on my big Master FF14 playlist to have all the Eden stuff side by side. So people will see the Eden stuff and then the post-MSQ stuff if they watch the big Master playlist. So the Eden will be finished and then we'll go, oh, why haven't you finished Eden yet?
Our quarry has come.
Oh,
so
oops.
fast. Your touch of a quick shot, Elidibus.
It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it?
Elidibus?
But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks.
Do you wish Sato was here?
Poor fellow. He will be sorely missed.
Oh, nope. Wrong answer.
Caught you slipping.
I thought you were supposed to be good at this.
Caught him slipping.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive. Yes, it is I, Elidibus. Through your time in Emet-Selk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emet-Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emet-Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable, but I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves.
Wow. Elidibus, no.
There is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself.
Yeah, rah.
In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
As long as you don't make me do any more chores. Silence, Gobo. I've read your Pixiv history.
Keep that up and I'll send you to bed without supper.
Yes, ma'am.
I like how the music dies as everyone processes what just been said.
If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
Alphino is so uncomfortable. Alphino's like, what's a Pixiv?
Not beating the mommy allegations.
This emote is... We're gonna get so much mileage out of this emote, I swear.
Yeah, now I kind of regret missing out on the event.
Alphino has the right of it. Let's pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsanth first. As chieftain, he'll doubtless be privy to a great many secrets.
Oh, I'm far behind. Oh no!
Tolshath! I don't remember your voice. I have sent for no finless ones. Perhaps you instead come seeking something of us. Ruins which your kind have yet to explore. I see. I know of one such place. Alas, under these circumstances, I'm afraid we can spare none to guide you there. And what circumstances are these? Rather than hunt for our own meals, the Panthers have pillaged our stores of mulery liver. They must be replenished with haste. The Benthos, particularly violent tribe of Ondo, if I recall. A band of bottom feeders. We've lost so much in the flood, and while others work to rebuild, they've resort to thievery and murder. Revenge, they call it when they prey on your kind. But do not be fooled, they do not care who they harm. Would that we had warriors to challenge them. But this is not the first time they have stolen from us. There is no resource more precious than liver. All must dedicate themselves to the hunt. Unless, of course, we would reclaim the livers for you. It seems a fitting payment for vital information, does it not? Moreover, one could argue that by employing Bismarck to reach these depths, thereby driving back the waters, we are in part responsible for the deeds of those driven to desperate ends by the changing climes. One good turn, etc. I thought you might say that. You've never been one to miss an opportunity to kill things. Reclaiming the stores it is. We would be grateful beyond words if you did. The Brenthos have surely taken the rivers back to Flounder's floor. But be warned, there will be no shortage of guards waiting to spear intruders. Then we'll have to take care not to draw their attention, shall we? Is there an Albric with a thing? No.
Nope.
Wow. I have to fly myself. So sad. Oh, that's right. You haven't unlocked flying here?
I've unlocked flying.
Albric hasn't.
Oh. Rip.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, great. Now I'm tempted to have to fill out the rest of the map. Oh, wait. I'm going too high.
There's a bit of filling out to do, yeah. So floors, so I'm imagining it's going to be in a cave. And there's a cave! Wow! Oh. Who'd have thought?
Dang it, that means I just went the wrong way. This is what happens when you don't fill out the map. Oh, hey Alphino, what's up? Haha, Alphino's scared of the dark, Alphino's scared of the dark.
Alphino is so pathetic. Low-key loved it. Low-key loved the boy. He's the one who needs a big burly man. Okay.
I would suggest a Stydian, but...
Come on. Let's get all these fools over. Kill them.
Oh. Oh, okay then.
Good job. That's my murder needs filled. Liver is not a vegetable. Do you have livers?
Nah, that's wheat. Those are oranges.
What's in this baggie?
Veggies.
It's wheat. Wheat makes bread. Livers can't make bread.
Not with that attitude.
It's oranges. Liver is not a fruit. Fruits may have livers, but liver is not fruit. A bulbous bag. Ah, we found livers. Hooray.
Yeah.
Sacks of ripe liver. Are those them?
Unfortunately, yes.
Perhaps you've deduced this already, but it seems the Benthos have been raiding Calusian storehouses as well. Check those vegetables, Thancred, see if they have onions. I haven't had liver and onions in ages. Oranges, pumpkins, wheat.
Hmm.
We can discuss
Now
this
that I
after
think
we
about
see
it,
the
it
livers
is...
safely back to
Like...
Tolsath. Wouldn't keep them in suspense. What were you
Now that I
thinking?
think about it, it is kind of weird that there was a bunch of oranges, wheats, and veggies.
We should definitely take those back to Calusia when we get an opportunity. Wait, can I just go this way? Yes, I can. Well, that saves so much heartache. Because there's like the food shortage, you know? And I'm sure they can make do with some damp wheat. Also,
Ray mentioned she saw a bird.
I just realized I could have taken out my whale and offered Albrecht a ride. Whoops. Also, I could have teleported. God, if I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. You're so right, Halabali. I'm saving money. Relieved to see you back. Here, so many livers. Oh, precious livers. I knew you'd not fail. We also found all manner of foodstuffs from Calusia in the Flounder's floor. Tell me, does that seem odd to you? It's brazen, to be sure. I'm reminded of rumors I heard recently concerning a rash of thefts from the Calusian warehouses. Perpetrators enter in the dead of night and are gone before anyone's realized what happened. The Yomoran army's been investigating to no avail. Perhaps the reason they have struggled is the quarry is at the sea. The true question, then, is what we mean to do about it. Much as I would like to proceed to the ruins without further delay, we cannot allow Benthos to carry on as they are. If I may, I believe the ruins are in fact key to the Benthos' plans. Is that so? These ruins, which lie deep within the illuminated land, are a recent discovery. We've seen signs that the Benthos are preparing to claim them with all haste. We could not fathom why, but in light of the knowledge that they may have been stockpiling resources. It's clear their queen will soon give birth. They require space to raise their young, and food for both queen and hatchlings to thrive. Well, we can hardly fault them for that. Under normal circumstances, perhaps, but conditions in the Tempest are far from suitable for spawning. Its resources barely able to sustain our current population. There's only one reason they would disregard this. They seek to build an army, and with it take revenge upon the Finless. It's not a surprise. They came to us not long ago seeking allies for this cause. We rebuffed them, of course. The suffering of others will not serve as balm to their own. Their queen, however, desires only bloodshed, and will gladly send her children to die in our stead. If they're planning to wage war, that changes matters considerably. Indeed. I doubt this can be resolved without violence, but perhaps a show of force we can convince them to see reason before the die is cast. I'd rather not risk your people in the attempt. If we travel to the Illuminated Land, is there a way we may identify the ruins ourselves? Oh yes, once you reach the depths, go deeper still. You'll see a monstrous structure there upon the seafloor. What you have come to us now is the will of the Ancient Ones. They have guided you here that you may drive out the usurpers, those who seek to use their magnificent creations with a vile purpose. I have no doubt that they will show you the way forward. I'm afraid the dead do not speak quite so clearly. Nonetheless, we shall try not to disappoint. What we seeketh lies deeper still. Beyond Amarot, I would call upon the assistance of another. Level 80. I should probably get these. It's maiming that I want, though. So I'll get fending for my future tank job.
I grabbed casting for summoner.
Though our course hath been decided, to pursue it we must needs beseech the aid of a friend. I speak of Bismarck. Pray follow me to Sullen, that we might seek an audience with him once more. For job, because apparently I got all messed up with things. Hey!
Bird. Oh! You missed.
Let us go! Bravo! I don't remember all of this. I remember Elidibus showing up and then doing a dungeon to kick Elidibus's ass. And then having a big badass awesome trial. I don't remember all this extra shit.
Probably didn't help that you didn't have context for the rest of the story.
That is true. Or that I had my ex leaning in my ear going, well, this is what this means, and that's what that means, and you shouldn't be skipping this cutscene. Well, if I hadn't skipped the cutscenes, would we be doing this? I think not. So really... Really, it was a good thing. From here we press onward to the Isle of Ken. I myself shall proceed on foot. You've perfected your technique, then? Just so. The water will be as glass beneath my feet, and provideth purchase fragile yet true. Watch closely. Oh, I certainly shall. Forgive me, but would it not be easier to perfect your swimming techniques? It would be a pity if you drowned, truly. Oh, hush, I'm sure it'll be brilliant. It'll be brilliant either way. Good job. He's done it! Incredible! And now he can lose his focus and go splush, right?
Oh. Help!
Splish. Orianche! Oh, for the love of... exactly as we were expecting.
Well, what exactly happened?
My technique requires the purest of focus, and mine was lacking. Just like I thought, he lost focus and went sploosh. To perfect this magic, I went so far as to deal with the Thoth. With their aid, mine efforts finally met with success on a single occasion. I know not why I cannot repeat it. I thought I saw you waver a bit toward the end there. Perhaps you're simply tired. Thancred?
Oh.
Oh, shit. It's nothing to worry about. Only a dizzy spell. Why are you doing this? I thought I fixed it. Maybe wise to go swim just now.
That's not good.
Come on, can I finish the cutscene before things go bad and then end stream? It literally is updates. Let's see if I come here. Can I close the thing to see the updates? No. The system is logged. Good news is I think I can just click through this and be good. A wonderful little invention.
Actually, yeah, this is the last click, actually.
Yeah. Wonderful invention. A boat. The system is still not happy. It's not overheating, though. Not drastically. It's a little warm, but it's not, like, terrible. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to escape. Come on. Escape. Could you not things in front of me when I'm trying to get this to work without having to hard restart? I'm gonna have to hard restart.